Ann Curtis writes, hello everyone, love the show. Everyone is awesome. Anyway, when people talk about great Oscar hosts, why do they never bring up Hugh Jackman? Hugh Jackman is hands down my favorite Oscar host, and the Oscars actually weren't boring that year. I just don't understand why people don't appreciate him as an Oscar host. Do people not remember that he was an Oscar host, or is it something else? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't think Hugh Jackman was one of the great Oscar hosts, but I thought he was a very good Oscar host. I mean, and he's the trifecta. He can sing, he can dance, he can do it all. And there's him with Neil Patrick Harris, as a matter of fact. He is Hollywood A-list. He is all the right things. Now, I've got a number of guys I'd like to see host the Oscars before him. I would love to see Kevin Spacey host the Oscars. Yeah. I think he would be incredible. After last night, put me down for Steve Carell hosting the Oscars. I think that would be great too. So there are a number of guys I could really see hosting before Jackman, but if they announced next week Hugh Jackman is coming back to host the Oscars, I'd be very happy. What about you guys?
I loved him as a host, and he's not talked about a lot too. And I think because people always talk about the comedians first. But the reason Jackman was so good is, going back to my point before, he made it a show, and everything he was doing, he was on. And just the last conversation we had 2-3 minutes ago, he was always committed into it. He never bailed on anything. His energy was at 110%. So he was a great host, and I would also be on board if they made him a host again.
Yeah, I agree. If they made him a host again, he's like, let's put on a show. It's like that old theater style thing. I still think they should get Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy. That would be a crazy.
Eddie Murphy's checked out though now.
I know, but if you teamed him up with Steve Martin,
I'd like to see Steve Martin by himself.
Or you need Steve Martin by himself would be great too. Yeah. Or of course, there's the big fallback. What do you do after you've had a disaster at the Oscars? Go back to Billy Crystal for a year. Try to get the train back on the track.
Tina Fey, Amy Poehler.
Yeah. Yes. I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Hey everyone, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.